Hi, I'm Daniel, I'm a sleep physician, and if you have insomnia, this channel is for you. Nice seeing you back. If it's your first time on the channel, welcome. Today, we're going to talk about some problems Mark from episode 44 and 50 continues to have, and some advice that may be helpful to him and you. So Mark, I can tell that you're putting a lot of effort into sleeping better, which is fantastic, and I'm hopeful that you will sleep really well in the near future. What you're describing at this point is very common. So for those of you who haven't read Mark's comments, at this point what's happening is that towards 9-10 p.m. he feels really sleepy, but when he goes to bed around midnight, he is not feeling as sleepy and is unable to fall asleep. He feels pretty alert, has like no or very poor quality sleep until about 3 a.m. Then from about 3 a.m. till about 6 a.m. he is pretty soundly asleep. Then he has to get up at 6 a.m. Now this kind of pattern, very, very common. I hear this at least on a weekly basis from somebody in my sleep clinic. Now, why is this, like, where does this pattern come from? Well, there are two things that could be happening. Sometimes people develop habits for some reasons. They may come home from work and they feel tired and they fall asleep, typically more around like 6-7 p.m. and they sleep for an hour or two, and then they can't fall asleep when it's time to go to bed. And it doesn't sound exactly like this when reading Mark's comments, but could be something of that nature. And I think it would be helpful for you, Mark, and for anybody else watching this to watch episode 34, which is called Is My Couch Killing My Sleep?, which talks about this pattern and how to avoid that happening. Simply put, of course, you want to try to completely avoid sleeping at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 p.m., etc., because that will make it very hard for you to fall asleep when you want to fall asleep, which in your case, Mark, at this point is around midnight, I hear. Now, if that's not the case, meaning if somebody is not sleeping at all until, let's say, midnight, and then still cannot fall asleep at midnight, and in fact feels very alert when going to bed, when they in fact were sleepy just an hour or two before that, that tells you that this person has started associating the bed and the bedroom with insomnia. Like the bedroom environment is an alertness cue. It's like associated with stress and anxiety, and when you go to bed or your bedroom, you feel alert, And what is the best advice for that scenario? Well, it is to really, really wait to go to bed until you feel sleepy. I know this is hard to do, particularly if you only have a window of 6 hours to sleep, but that is the best advice. And if you go to bed and you find like, I went to bed, now I'm feeling really alert, I can't go to sleep, then leave the bedroom and only go back to bed when you're feeling really sleepy again. And this is to reassociate the bedroom with sleep again. Finally, another thought, when people have this problem where they have a hard time sleeping at night, but they feel sleepy during the day, what can help is something called phototherapy or bright light therapy. And I'll post the wording in the comments here, but essentially you can purchase a screen that emits a really bright light that is alerting, and there are many ways to use that. It's used mostly for like seasonal depression, when people feel kind of sad when it's dark outside, but it can also be helpful for people for insomnia, and it can be used in various ways. But I think when somebody's feeling really sleepy during the day, can't sleep at night, it makes most sense, I think, to use it when you feel sleepy to help make you feel more alert. So if you're sleepy at 6 p.m., at that time you use it. If you're sleeping more like 8 or 9 p.m., you use it at that time, and then of course stop using it when it's time to go to bed and you want to sleep. Now, those were some thoughts that I hope are helpful, things that you may consider trying. And as always, any problems, questions, concerns from you, Mark, or from anybody else, leave a comment or email me at insomniainsight@gmail.com. And I hope to see anyone watching this back here very soon. Thank you.